We move across to ITVX for yet another new drama series, arriving on Thursday, the 17th of October. It's called So Long, Marianne. And here's a clip.
You've all heard my song, Suzanne. I brought the man who wrote that great song, Leonard Cohen.
I heard of a man who says words so beautifully that if he only speaks their name...
Her name is Marianne, Leonard.
Women give themselves to him.
I am married to somebody else. I have his child, and I have nothing, so I just wonder what you want.
8 episodes to this one, Hannah. And it is all about Canadian singer-songwriter Leonard Cohen, who he wrote Hallelujah, didn't he? Which has been covered many, many times by many famous artists. Bird on a Wire, So Long, Marianne. And it's about his relationship with a Norwegian woman called Marianne, played by Thea Sophie Loch Nice. That's tricky to say, isn't it? And who inspired the track So Long, Marianne. And it stars Alex Wolff, who I know from the horror movie Hereditary. He was superb. That was kind of his breakthrough role. He was superb as the young lad in that. If you've not seen it, it's on Netflix. It's absolutely terrifying. Really well done. And he's great as Cohen. And basically, he wants to be a writer, basically. He really wants to be a novelist, I guess. And he goes to the Greek island of Hydra in 1960, and it's a really kind of bohemian group of expat kind of artists and writers live there. It just makes you think, God, I wish I was there. It looks absolutely great. So yeah, he arrives there, and Marianne is there with her husband, who's a writer called Alex, played by Jonas Strand Gravli. And he's not very nice, and he's not very faithful, and he's not very considerate. And they have a young son, and then kind of, Cohen and Marianne get together. And I don't know if you remember, but Nick Broomfield, when he was very young, he had a liaison with Marianne, I believe, on Hydra. And if you saw his documentary, I arrived on Hydra and I got to know Marianne on the Greek island. Anyway.
You have a new career ahead of you, my friend.
That's my Broomfield impersonation. So yeah, this is really good. I've only seen episode 1, so we haven't got to the point. I mean, Cohen, he didn't become a writer. He became, as we know, a singer-songwriter. And we haven't got to the point where we see him playing and singing his songs. But I gather that Wolff does this superbly. And I think he's really well cast in this. I absolutely loved it, to be honest. And I am a Cohen fan. So great subject for me for this drama, and I've really enjoyed what I've seen so far. What did you think, Hannah?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not. I mean, Hallelujah, I know, of course I do. I wouldn't say that I'm a massive kind of Cohen fan, but as with all of these kind of things, you learn things, don't you, about the person, about their life, and kind of what led them to where they are. And I don't know, it's quite it's a bit of an eye opener, isn't it, from what we've seen so far? It's an eye opener, the whole relationship with Marianne, what went on behind that, the kind of the love that was kind of the deep love that they had for one another, and probably the person that really inspired him, and the music that he wrote. So I just thought it was from what I've seen so far, just very interesting, kind of, again, fills in gaps. So the music, you hear it, I think it was most recently sung by someone on the X Factor, even, Hallelujah. So it's in every generation will know that song, but you just don't really know the real artist behind it. And I think this shows you that.